Showing you how to edit in Lightroom Classic. Um, this is the best way, and if you're a professional, this is what you're using. Lightroom is actually just your basic, but I can go over all that. So let me just show you how we start. So basically, when I get photos, say they're from my computer, I go ahead and put them in a folder on my desktop. And then let's open up the G drive, and then I put them in here, drug them in here. So now to get them into Lightroom, this is the best way to do it. You have to create a catalog, which you can do way more with it than just importing on their own and making a bunch of files. So anyways, we copy this name, go into Lightroom, go to File or New Catalog right at the top, and then you paste the name in here that should be in there. It's going to be exact because you copy pasted it, and then you go over here and find it where you have it, which is in G Drive. So once you do that, you push create, and one more step. It's a couple steps, but it's way better. I used to do it the old way, and it wasn't good because you could lose stuff. Okay, so now we go to import. The name's up here, the top. Now you push import. Go back to your G drive where all the photos are. Okay, they're all checked. I always say build smart previews whenever you upload. It's supposed to make it quicker. I haven't really seen a big difference, but I just do it anyways. Okay, once they're all checked, you go import. Now you're ready to rock and roll. Okay, so we have, when you go back into that folder, there's another folder, and every time you need to go into this, you just double click on this blue file, and it goes into there. Alright, so real quick, I'm going to show you how I edit them and how I send them to you. You can literally just make your own preset, okay? So what I do, we're going to start with the first one, is I have a preset that's this one that I use most of the time, and it doesn't matter, it always is going to be a little different. So I got to come back over here and bring that back down. So depending on the photo, obviously, like this one looks pretty good, other than I would probably do the highlights down to get some more clouds here and add a little bit more yellow. Again, everyone's camera is going to have a different auto white balance, but this is pretty close. And if you wanted to get more sky, you just go down to vignette and bring it. You gotta bring this all the way over. I always leave it to this side because it gradually does it. But anyways, if you do the vignette, okay. Now, if you wanted to, so when I send these to you and you open them in Lightroom Classic, like this, all you have to do is, let's see, go over here. Well, let's just do it with mine. So you just go to your presets, right click. You can update with current settings, or you can just add. And when you say add, then you can go in and name it or whatever you want. But anyway, presets. Let's do a sunset one that's in a different spot. I'll just go previous. because typically my settings on how they are pretty good, except for I can tell right away that it's a little too much vignetting, because when you're dark, it already vignettes it. And then we'll go back here and just, we're not changing anything other than exposure to get their faces where I want it. That's pretty close. And then shadows maybe a little bit, because it is. And in this particular photo, it needs to be more yellow. So we're just adding yellow, okay? Go a little more shadows, get some light into the kids. But yeah, this is a great shot, by the way. This is totally what we're looking for. So this is a very nice shot. And that's it. I've already, if you set the presets into when I send it to you, you'll see if you go through that I have my luminance way up. So you want to just look at all of this stuff, but you can tell when the skin is just nice and soft versus like grainy. I'm just going to do those two photos, but I'm going to send this to you. So all I do is when I send a catalog, this catalog you can pull the preset, like you can copy the presets over to you, but don't use the photos, because the photos will be low resolution, because this is how us photographers send photos. Like if, let's say, you wanted me to edit one, like a whole gallery, you can send me a whole gallery and it doesn't take up much room. I can just email it, the whole thing to you real easy, which I'll show you. So I'm going to email these back to you. I'm going to create a folder. So you go here to export as a catalog. And we already have the name in there, so we're just going to actually the catalog's got to be a little bit different name if it's going in the same spot. So I'm going to just take this space out of here. And then for Carter, I'm not sure if you have to spell it with a C or a K, but so it says desktop already. That's where I want it. So I export it. Okay, and then it's right here. So I'm going to send you that catalog, and you will open it and double click on this, and it'll pull everything into your Lightroom. It should make a catalog for you. But again, we can chat about this if there's any questions. All right, we'll talk soon.